All right, CEOs, I think we are live. The countdown kind of stuttered there a little bit, but anyway, if you're watching this right now, then you're watching the replay. Type in the comments what's up while I wait for people to come in. I really hope you can hear me. Hey, Quentin, let me know if you can hear me, okay? So let me introduce myself. I got a lot of people who are checking for the auto dealer path. And yeah, good morning. Can you hear me? I got a lot of people checking for the auto dealer path and a lot of people finding me on YouTube and joining the Facebook group. So let me take this time to properly introduce who I am and why I'm here. Okay, great. I'm Shamel, and I started the Auto Dealer Business School because I was a struggling auto dealer and I had big dreams. And I was like, why is there not an auto dealer business school to tell me how to do this? So, since there wasn't anything that was catered towards the startup dealer, the dealer who wanted to start small or maybe needed to fill out the business, learn what works, what doesn't work, and not lose everything in the process, right? Like there are lots of resources out there for the auto dealer business. I find that they're mostly for franchise or for mid market and up. And mid market is $1 million plus, right? So yes, the Auto Dealer Business School is here, and we serve the beginning auto dealer, the one who is starting up and who is trying to put the plan all together and execute flawlessly and without any hiccups, trip ups, lost money, time, etc. Right? So while I've been doing this, I've really made some great connections, and I'm making great connections not just for me, but to bring more resources to the Auto Dealer Business School. I've been able to speak at the NADA conference, which is the National Auto Dealer Association conference. Auto Dealer Business School is A plus Better Business Bureau rated. And we have lots of members joining every week in our programs, drama free licensing, six figure car sales, which I think I'm going to change the name soon to six figure car dealer, okay? Because the purpose there is to get you to six figures. And in the $1 million dealer accelerator, okay? Because the purpose of that program is to get you to $1 million. And while that one is still in the works, because that's my goal. I am now looking to bring my dealership to 1 million plus. And one of the things on my list is buying land. So I'm working with the land broker right now and getting some plans in place to have like a real big old dealership, right? So I didn't get here without experiencing a buying service. So that's what we're talking about today and trying out a buying service. Okay. So we're talking about a buying service, auto brokering, buying cars for customers. From the auction, directly from the auction to the customer, like not buying the inventory before you have the customer, but get the customer and then buying the inventory kind of buying service. That's what we're talking about. Okay. And if you want more details, because I try to keep these short so that, you get the good information and you move on to the next step. I am going to be going through how to get everything you need to implement the buying service in the workshop. I'm going to do the how to buy and sell your first 5 cars workshop again, because afterwards I had lots of questions, and I was like, great, these are great questions that people need to know. So I'm doing it again. So I'll have the link in the description for you to sign up. All right. So the buying service, I didn't make any notes today because I kind of feel like I need to talk from the heart, because this was something that I tried over and over and over again, and I still do today, now that I have a greater system. So yeah, money, most people consider a buying service because of money or time, right? You don't necessarily have time to go get the inventory or hold the inventory, a place to hold the inventory. There are a number of different reasons why you might be considering adding a buying service or providing a buying service to your customers. But most of the time it's capital. So that's why this one is about like capital, right? Providing the service for capital. So I've had low capital moments in my business often over the years. And during those times, I provided a buying service. And what I did was, I would let people know that I was in the business as a licensed auto dealer. And right then you start getting inquiries, right? People are like, yes, I'm looking for a car. Yes, you can get the good prices. Okay, okay. So I started getting all these inquiries. And then I took a couple of people to the auction then as guests. Rules have definitely changed over the years, but that was mistake number one. Okay, mistake number one, all right, was taking people to the auction. And simply because people need minimal options. And think about the first time you went to the auction as a licensed dealer and you saw all those cars, and it was like, oh my God, what do I do? Where do I go? Where do I begin? Right? You seen all the cars that you've been wanting to try out or test drive or learn about or know about or want to own, or all the colors, all the, I mean, every things that you couldn't afford, like, think about now your customer coming into the auction situation like that, right? And you're trying to get them to focus on a car sale. Good morning, April. You're trying to get them to focus on their car sale, the one they can afford, the one that works with their lifestyle, right? And they come to the auction and they see all those cars. Now it's opened up a whole can of what car can I really afford? Like, what's the best car for my money? And now it's like this whole game of, it was for me at least, this whole game of, well, let's try out this one and let's try out that one. And is that the best? And is that the best? So that was mistake number one. Okay. Is taking the buyer to the auction. People really, the general public really does need limited options, especially in a business. So most businesses learn this, know this, and do well because they provide limited options for their customer to choose from so that their customer can then make a decision and make a buy. Okay. So let me know if that was helpful. That's don't number one. Okay. I think this video is going to turn into like the don'ts. So then, the next issue I had was not having any kind of contract in place, outlining the process, outlining what to expect, outlining when the money was due, outlining, how much money it was really going to cost, outlining what my cut was, outlining, all the terms and conditions, right? When you're exchanging money with someone, you have to have a contract, especially if you're in a professional capacity, like having a dealer's license, because you're on the hook for anything that goes wrong with that perception of the deal, right? Someone gives you money and you don't provide them a car, and then you're like, and you keep part of the money, and that's not disclosed upfront in a contract, then that can be considered theft by conversion, right? Or one of them thefts by, right? And you don't want to get into any kind of situation like that. So that was don't number two, was having a contract. I think the other thing I learned is that people will shop you forever. Okay. Like, they will want you to show them all of their options. You're sending them emails from what you find online at the auction, and they are wanting more and more emails, like more and more options. And this is taking more time and from you, and you still don't have a sale. So the next part of this is to get an upfront deposit, something that is non-refundable, because you need to spend your time in search for this great car. And that's part of your agreement, part of your deal is to have a deposit up front so that you can get started. Most businesses take a deposit before they get started, so yours needs to do it as well. Okay. So any questions about that? Definitely get you a deposit. Set a time limit on the deal process, because like I said, people will shop you forever, and it'll be 6 months later and they still haven't purchased a vehicle, and you're still working on their behalf. And the whole point of you providing this buying service was to get quick capital, right? What's up, Ulysses? Hello. And so then your mission failed because you didn't set the right expectations in your deal. So yes, you need a yeah, time is money, Jermaine. Yes. So you have to act like it. You have to, make that so in your business. Because that's something that I definitely do want to touch on a bit. Like I think I went into business, being of service to people because it's a service business and I was excited to be able to provide quality used cars to people. And then I realized quickly that in order to be in service to people, you have to have boundaries and expectations. And so if you don't have that, then you are just in service and you are like, it's not paying off on your end. So definitely have a deposit, a non-refundable deposit, right? And of course, if they purchase a vehicle, a good practice is to make that part of what your compensation is. So, yes, let's review real quick. Um, Taking buyers to the auction is not a good idea. Taking money without a contract, not a good idea. Starting work without a deposit, not a good idea. Um, Not having a set time frame for how long this process should take, you need to have that. So it's not a good idea not to have that. Okay. So any questions so far? Any questions? Let me know. I feel like I need some coffee today. All right. So the next thing that I want to make sure you know about is inspecting your vehicles. Okay. So, and then something just popped in my head about taking your clients to the auction and them seeing the cars in the rough condition, right? We know we go to the auction and we see the cars rough, but we know, we can shine it up, turn that thing around, and it'll be a great vehicle. But not everyone has that vision. That's why you're the professional, is because you have that vision for that car. You can look at that car and say, yes, these are the things it needs, and I can, flip it and reverse it, right? So if you have a customer and you're bringing them to the auction and they don't have that vision, then you really killed your sale, really, because they're looking at that car and they're like, I don't want this because it's dirty, it's this, it's that, and you're like, dirty can be cleaned up, but you've already lost that sale. So I wanted to reiterate the problems with taking your customers to the auction. So inspecting your vehicles, it's kind of like the same thing. You're selling someone a car and they're expecting to buy it and drive, right? But you know that most of these cars from the auction have issues and you need to fix something or repair something. So you need to make sure that you know how to inspect vehicles to know what needs to be repaired so that you can charge appropriately and and not sacrifice your profit in the whole deal because you didn't know what it took to even give them the car that they were looking for, if that makes any sense. Okay. What's up, Francisco? So yes, inspecting cars is still very important and it's still necessary in this part of the process. So if you still haven't learned that, then you need to learn that. And that's part of what I provide at the Auto Dealer Business School is a 32-point inspection process for used car dealers who are buying cash cars or vehicles under 10,000 that retail for 10,000. Okay, so inspection process. So I thought I was gonna be slick, right? Because I really didn't know how to inspect my vehicles, and I wasn't sure really how to find out when I first started providing the buying service. And so I thought I was gonna be slick. And what I did to be slick was I provided a warranty, right? I connected with this warranty company and provided a warranty with the sale, even advertised it as such, like, all my cars come with, this warranty. I think it was like 3 months. Then, and thinking that, okay, well, I don't really have to know how to inspect vehicles because I provided this warranty. So I had this wonderful older couple, and they had like this farm, and they brought us Easter eggs, like the eggs that their chickens laid were actually like different colors, right? They brought us Easter eggs, and I was working with them to find them a vehicle. They wanted a van for their daughter, and got a Honda Odyssey, right? Tell me what happened. Okay, my auto dealers out there, tell me what happened with that Honda Odyssey. Tell me what the issue was. Please put it in the comments because I know you know. If you've been out here buying and selling cars, I know you know because I know you had somebody who was like, let me get a Honda Odyssey, right? What was the problem with the Odyssey? Anybody? I agree. Contacts help prevent misunderstandings with the potential customers. I'm not going to harass those forms. Yes, it will. Yes. I don't know what you meant by harass those forms. I think that's a typo, but I feel you. Yes. Contracts prevent. You want to know, April? Okay. So with the Honda Odyssey, the transmission was bad. Okay. They have a rep for the transmission being bad. Right, Adrian. Right. Transmission. Right. The transmission was bad. Right. So I sold this beautiful older couple, like they brought us eggs. Okay. I sold them this car that had a bad transmission. And yes, I had the warranty, and they went through to try to get the transmission fixed with the warranty. To be honest, I don't even remember if the warranty fixed everything because I kind of was traumatized by the whole thing. I felt bad, right? So I was kind of trying to just erase the experience from my mind. Um, because I didn't do what I needed to do as a professional to make sure I sold them a great car. And, and that's not because I sold them a Honda Odyssey. It's because I sold them a car that I didn't know how to inspect, period. I didn't know my products. And you have to know your products. You out here selling these used cars, you have to know your products. Okay. So sold them this car. They followed up with the warranty company to try to get the transmission fixed. Um, I think it all went well. I was cooperative or whatever, but I just felt so bad. And then guess what else happened with the warranty company eventually? Because this was my practice. This was me trying to make up for the fact that I didn't know what I was doing in my business. I didn't know my products. Guess what else happened? This is probably not something can easily guess. So I'm going to tell you is that my warranty company ended up dropping me, y'all. And when I got the letter, I was like, that could happen? Yes, that can happen because they're in business too. And you're a liability to their business if you out here in these streets selling cars and just slapping a warranty on them when you don't know what's going on with the cars. Okay. So my warranty company dropped me. So then I had no choice but to learn what I needed to learn in this business, which was how to inspect my cars and how to know what repairs were needed. Quentin, typo. I'm not going to harass you about those forms. Oh, yes, Quentin. Yes, I got your email. I sent you an email back. So check your email. I got you. Give me a couple of days. I am updating all the forms using new forms. We had some new rules come out federally. So I've been updating the forms for everyone. So I'm going to send you those forms. Okay. Yes. So yeah, they dropped me, y'all. So then I was, and rightfully so. It was best for their business to drop me. It was best for my business for them to drop me. God works in mysterious ways. God still held my back. God was like, let me push you against a wall so you would do what you need to do. You will actually like learn how to inspect your cars. So I was like, okay, let me learn how to inspect my cars, right? So I'm telling you all this because this is what you need in the buying service, okay? And in the program, I do go through the buying service step by step. I am updating the program, but I do have right now all of the auto broker forms because it's basically like auto brokering, brokering a deal, right? Buying service, brokering some kind of like, you can't really use the word wholesale because you are charging you are charging money on top of wholesale prices, and they're not a business, so you can't sell wholesale to retail customers, right? But it is kind of like a discount for your customers. So it's some kind of savings, right? And that's great to advertise that in your buying service. But you definitely want to know how to inspect your vehicles, how to protect yourself with a contract. and also with the deposit. And once you go to purchase a vehicle, you want to make sure you have all the cash up front. And you want to make sure you ask people too, like, how much cash do you have right now today? Not next week, not next month. Now, if it's gonna come next month, hit me up next month, because people will promise, promise, promise. Money is coming. It's on the way. I got a wire on the way. Wire never comes, right? So don't play those games with them. Don't play those games with yourself. Make sure you get what you understand what they have up front for the deal. Okay. And then you go purchase the car, you do your recon process still, because it still needs to be clean and probably needs some repairs. And then you deliver it to your customer. You've already added in what your profit is, and all is well and happy. And hopefully you get a review and a testimonial, because you run a business, and you run a business like I suggest you run the business. So you already have that as part of your process, and then you do it again, right? And then it's smooth sailing from there, because you have a process, you have a system for your buying service. I cannot stress enough that everything in your business needs a system. Even this buying service needs a system. Systematically, it works. Without a system, it doesn't. It's headache, it's stress, it's confusion, it's questions, it's misunderstandings, it's all those things that aren't part of what you're trying to do. Like, you're trying to get a good sale, make some quick money so that you can build up your capital and keep your business going. So those are my tips for providing a buying service to build up your capital. Of course, building up your capital means you need to have more people to take advantage of that service. So you need more visibility. So you need to also market and get the word out there more, so you can have more customers. It's possible to have 10 customers at a time, but to be able to handle 10 customers at a time, you have to have a system. And that is what I provide in the Auto Dealer Business School programs, specifically the six-figure car dealer, soon to be called, and the accelerator. Okay. So if you have any interest in learning more about the programs or more about the buying service, then definitely sign up for the workshop that's happening, that I'm doing again, how to buy and sell your first 5 cars. I will also go over the program. Thank you, Quinn. Program is awesome. That's what Quinn says, y'all. I think so. I think so. Like, I'm telling you, I built it for me. I built it because it's what I needed. I needed to understand business and how to systemize. So it's working for me, and it's about to take me to $1 million. So, and hopefully you, if you're in the program as well, continue to be, right, Quentin? So, yeah, join the workshop. I will go over more information about the program, so you'll have your questions answered. And I'm trying to think what else I have to offer you for free right now to keep you moving. I think that's about it. Jermaine, I'm new to your channel. I do need to be in tune with all of your programs and classes. Please inbox with all information. Okay, great. All right, I'll DM you unless you send me your email if you want to put it underneath this video. Built up my confidence. Yes, Quentin, that was one of the objectives. Like, I wanted to build confidence, because I was out here and I wasn't really sure for a long time if I was moving in the right direction. So it is helpful for someone to say, this is the right direction, right? Like, you feel more confident because you're like, okay, I don't have to ask any more questions. I don't have to guess anymore, right? This is the right direction. April, how do I book a strategy session? So if you are licensed, April, already, and you have a budget of at least $5,000 to move your business forward with the plan that I provide you, then book a strategy session. If you are not licensed, but you have budget for the licensing process as well as money to move your business forward, once I provide you the plan, then book a strategy session. But if you're not licensed and you don't have the capital, then join Drama Free Licensing or sign up for the workshop. There, I will explain how Drama Free Licensing can help you, has a part in there that can help you build up your capital so that you can continue moving forward with the plan. Because the plan is just a dream without the budget to support it. Okay, so I want to make sure you get everything you need to get the budget. Did that help you? Did I explain it, April? I look forward to talking with you soon, but I'm just starting to see that the plans go to waste if we don't have the other things to move the plan forward, right? And it's great to get the clarity, but then it's like you're still stuck. So I want to get people unstuck. All right. So that's all I have. You can book a strategy session. I'll put that link. Join the workshop. I'll put that link. I'll inbox you, Jermaine, with the information on the programs. Because yes, if this is what you want to do with your life, or you think you want to do, then get the information you need to be able to do it. One thing I said in the workshop was that I have had some people to go through the program and then decide, you know what, this isn't for me. But how great is it to know that I gave it my all? It wasn't for lack of education or lack of, trying, that this didn't work. I know that I did everything I could. This just didn't jive with me, who I am, whatever, a number of things, right? So that's a relief as well. Then it frees you up to not think about this path anymore and to say, hey, well, let me find what my real path is. However, most people who join end up staying in the business and making a lot of money. They at least make the money that they have spent in the program plus some, right? And what you do after is definitely up to you, but I give you everything you need to make it do what it do. So I think that's it. I get kind of hyped up because I just feel like this is the key to unlock a lot of mystery in this business. So I get kind of really hyped up towards the end of the videos when I start talking about like how to move forward. But move forward. Let me know what you might need to move forward, and I'm here for you. I'm always praying for your success. Let's work together so that prayers can be coupled with works. Okay. All right, y'all, have a blessed day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.